It's Thursday. That means Modern Thursday, live from Titan Games, the Casbah of Peoria Gaming, where card floppers and dice chuckers play in harmony. I'm Evil Bob, your resident head in the box, and we've got 3 rounds for you. 4 participants, so we're going to do a round robin. Attendance is a little low, but the quality is still very high. Joined in the booth by Mr. Ryan. Hello, Ryan. And tonight we have a very special... We've been teasing this forever. And tonight we actually get to see it happen, but we got Stubbs playing Mr. President. And Jackie's on ponies. Okay. Alright. Stubbs has he's gotta land, and he's gonna put down that overgrown battlement. It's gonna be huge. Or I think it's a rampart. I'm pretty sure it's an overgrown rampart or battle. It's not a rampart.
It's the biggest of ramparts.
Is it the battlement? It is. It's the overgrown battlement. Now, the overgrown battlement is an amazing card. It is defender, and it adds green to your mana pool equal to the number of defenders that you have. It is an amazing wall. We're building an amazing wall here. Mr. Obrador, put up that wall. It is Naya in colors because we want to make sure everybody understands who is paying for this wall. The Naya. Their borders are very close to the Bant and the Jund, and we just can't have that. Those wild cat people, they're bringing fleas and other distemper. We don't want that in our very, very highfalutin sigil society. No. And that is a wall of roots, I believe. Yes. The Wall of Roots, it is a defender that you get to put a -0, -1 counter on it to make it a bit smaller, but it gives you mana to play more walls. That is what is important. The walls.
Is that the only source of -0, -1s, or there's a few other out there in the game?
The -0, -1? I honestly don't know. The only one that matters is this wall. We only care about the wall. I guess if you want to get technical, the shield sphere also puts -0, -1s. And it is a wall. But it is not a modern wall. Now, if you want to put a wall up in Legacy, well, yes, you use the shield sphere, of course. But this is not Legacy. These are modern times we live in. We have to build a modern wall deck here.
Might even say modern warfare.
Jackie's just going to fly over the walls or under the walls. It looks like she's got a something there. I don't know. It doesn't seem very pony-ish.
Might be I don't know.
I don't know. I don't like this. They are colluding to get around these walls. I don't approve of it. These walls are huge on the back end. Most of them have a 4 toughness or a 5 toughness, and that's just huge. And we are pathing to exiling that their card. Whatever it was, we don't need it on our borders.
The pack mule.
That works. They all use pack mules. Ponies, they sound good on paper, but they're all just mules and donkeys. And you know what another name for donkey is? I'm a gentleman. I'm not even gonna go there. It's ass.
Sounds like you went a little unhinged.
It's ass. Just slightly unhinged. It's biblical and it's in the format. They're real. They're donkeys. All horses are donkeys. Oh. Oh.
Wait, I thought she was doing...
It's not Jackie.
Oh.
It's Alex. That explains all the fish. There's so many fish. We have to build a fence of some sort to keep the fish out. Possibly a net. We have to put a net up in the oceans to secure our shores.
So say the closest that the opponents would get would be, what, kelpies for the blue?
Well, I don't want to bring kelpies into it, but yes, you are correct. The sea kelpie. Look at them. They're so ugly. Seahorses. So, sup Ash? Sup Danzy? Welcome to the stream. Mr. President is here to try to keep our shores safe from the fish menace. Oh, these fish, they're just so maniacal. When I thought that when I got in office that this fish menace was beneath us, little did I know they were only beneath the waves.
Unlike my waves, where I get so many waves during all his speeches, right?
Hmm?
He gets so many waves during his speeches, right?
My speeches are a no wave zone. I do not condone. I do not endorse the wave. No, we must keep our borders safe from the fish. Now we have an assault formation. Our wall is strong. We're putting up a border to save us from these fish. The fish frenzy. They're evil. Assault formation. Each creature you control assigns combat damage equal to its toughness rather than its power, and then you can pay a green to let a creature with defender attack as if it did not have defender. Which is an amazing ability if you don't ask me, and I know that everybody is asking me. This is a fantastic wall. It is, and there is a tree of perdition. This is the wall that is going to save us. No, it's the tree of redemption. I'm sorry, it's the tree of redemption. The tree of perdition is a dirty black wall. We don't want dirty black walls. These are pure green, white, and red Naya walls, because we need to keep Naya out of our borders, which includes fish. Even though they're blue, they have that dirty green color to them too. So they're not here legally. There are sanctuary harbors that we are rooting them out, and we are sending our snow forces to root them out and get them out of here. You know, they may dream of living within our borders, but we're building a wall to change that. And it looks like it's 8-14. So excited to see this deck in action. I've heard so much about it. And that's the thing that lets him deal damage equal to his defenders. Vent Sentinel. It allows Stubbs to just shoot something equal to the power of our walls, which is huge at the moment. Oh, there's a Mankey. Hey, Mankey. And it does not look like our walls were great. I'm going to assume that Stubbs lost that match. Possibly.
So they weren't nigh impenetrable?
Oh, they're still nigh impenetrable. But it's the nigh portion that's not good. I mean, they're near indestructible, and they're penultimate in their rampartiness. But yeah, Thursday happened. Unlike last week, which got eaten by some sort of time dilation, I am back. Thursday happened, so we're here at Titan, where I know the owner and you can too.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I'm allowed?
Yeah. I mean, if I can know him, then you can know him.
Okay.
I mean, I just assume... I mean, everybody knows the owner, so... That was a little unfortunate with the wall situation there. We were expecting to fight horses and donkeys, a bunch of asses, but instead some dirty fish showed up. I mean, just because you think you swim ashore means you belong here. Not anymore, my friend. No. I need to find a psychic. Oh, the hiccups.
Oh, okay. Super effective then.
Oh my god. Yeah. Oh, that's so good. Ah, yeah. Yep.
Or is it ground also work?
Yes.
Either
Ground wood, but... Ah, he threw a trash can at me. No, not fair.
But you got credit.
Yeah.
Just wanted to make sure I didn't need to heal it up for more
Nah.
punishment. So I know there were some times where it was like do a certain amount and more than one.
Let's see. Yay! Bang! Pow! Zing! Bow! Boing! Pew! Pew! I am available for voice work if anyone's looking. Pew! 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 Pow! I am a man of many talent. Okay. I know we had some problems last time, but we're going to build a very strong wall today. Looks like we're already going down to 6. The Walls won that game. Oh my goodness. I'm glad I waited to call it. Of course the Walls won. They are impenetrable. We're going to keep the fish out. And there's the Aether Vial that Alex is known for. I knew he couldn't stay away from it very long. Everybody's on like new decks. It's weird. Captain, in between rounds, I have some breaking news. And there's a merfolk. Oh, it's so fishy.
The only good fish is the ones that go in his mouth.
Well, they have to touch a fryer first. You can't eat fish unless it's been saturated in breadcrumbs and dredged in incredibly hot oil. Or a hot skillet frying pan, if you will. Alex seems to be coming out a bit stronger this time and getting it done faster, and it looks like Stubbs is going to be cracking a fetch and going all the way down to 17 with a stomping grounds, and we're just going to bolt that. I'm guessing that's a rejury, I'm guessing. And then 3 from the attack, so 14 already. Turn 3. Solid. Merfolk are doing it. They're doing it. They're doing it round. They're doing it.
Right round?
Doing it. Doing it round. I mean, it is. It is what it is. We have to start... There, we've begun building our wall. They cannot swim through our channels and our aqueduct if we do not have an island. I say to you, we do not need an island. And the battlement is blocking, and the rejury comes down yet again. And we are going to bolt in response, and it gets force of negation.
We don't need no island because, Hawaii and Cuba.
No. Hawaii's an archipelago. It is not an island. It is an archipelago.
Which is also a dinosaur.
It is my favorite dinosaur, the archipelago. It's got feathers and scales. It is amazing.
Especially when deep fried.
And huge. Absolute huge hands on that archipelago. The wall of roots is going to be jumping in front of the biggest one. And the walls are down to 5 already. Oh my goodness. Merfolk is mean.
And that's why we actually do need a nuke Innsmouth out of existence, right?
Yes. It is not only the worst and most terrible Arkham Horror expansion, but Innsmouth needs to be gone. I mean, Yasmin Bleeth is not that good anymore. I hate Innsmouth. I really hate Innsmouth. Not to be confused with Bismuth. I like Bismuth. It is a good textile. Fish come back with a vengeance and secure game number 2. We've got ourselves a rubber match, which is a far stretch different from what we saw on Tuesday when everybody was just going 2 and done. Yeah, that's what it was like. I mean, they were good matches, but they were just 2 games each.
Getting more content out of this.
I know, right?
Potentially. What good is one more game if they're really short games, right?
Yes. Okay. Game number 3. We will not be deterred. We will not be turned away at our own border. We will stop this fish menace. They will not take over this fair land of ours. but I guess everybody does have 20 live. Seems good. Seems good.
Fox.
There, that's better to reflect the aether vial. Oh. I'm allergic to fish. I didn't want to say anything, but they're definitely making me sneeze. Oh, it's terrible. My allergies will not be abated. Big words, whether they're accurate or not. I believe they call that onomatopoeia. That's my favorite book series, the Onomatopoeia Britannica. I look things up in it all the time. Okay, so we got overgrown battlement again, and a wall of roots, and a wall of roots. Do you know what's good for stopping fish? Roots. We gotta put the roots down. I'm not talking about Emmy Award-winning miniseries starring Reading Rainbow's own LeVar Burton. No. I'm talking about the tree kind. The kind that drinks water out of estuaries.
Oh, look at that. You've got your favorite news in your pocket now. Just caught the fox.
Fox News is an amazing source for information. They're a no-spin zone. They do not have any Hitmon tops. No spin zone. They do not play Beyblades at Fox News. Nope. They do not play the Whirling Dervish. Not at Fox News. At Fox News, they have no idea what the ending of Inception meant because there's no spin happening at Fox News. Except Fox News. The walls are very imposing this time. It's a mighty wall, a massive wall. You might even call it a huge wall. And we now have the assault formation to make the walls even bigger. And we've got dual trees of redemption. Those are 26 power if you add them together, and I know we will. It's just that good. That good. Alex is scratching his noodle, trying to figure out how can I stop this 13 power menace from coming into my shores and squashing my invading force. Maybe these fish should have just stayed home instead of trying to come over into our part of the battlefield. Not here, not over this wall. Mr. Obrador, put up that wall. Love it.
Yeah, they can't get closer because the waters aren't rising because there's no global warming.
I'm gonna attack for 13. I'm gonna declare attack step, and now I'm attacking for 13. What are you gonna do about it? Oh, I guess that works. I guess you can remand it. Or not remand. What is that? Aether snap?
What is he, Thanos?
It's not an aether snap. It's a snap of some sort.
Snap his fingers and half his trees went away.
It's. I thought it was a snap.
Oh, okay.
It's not remand. It's when mana bounce a creature and then you draw a card, I believe, or they take a damage.
Yeah, well, I think
Something like that. Bounce a creature, take a damage. What the hell is that card?
I don't know. I'm not familiar with it.
Showing handed you that great Just Guy Ian. The man speaks for himself. His name commands the very waves he crashes. He's like a pack of rhinos crashing. It's always Vapor Snag, not Snap. You can understand my confusion. Snap and Snag are very similar. Very similar. There was no collusion. Twitch chat is not helping. No, there's no collusion with Twitch chat.
A snag is a Mexican word, and this is an English-speaking country.
We speak common. What in the world? Okay, who won? I'm guessing it was Stubbs. You want to pop your head out there quick and just confirm who won? I just need to make sure. I think. Who won the last game? Okay. Oh. Those dirty fish. They rigged this game. There was collusion on the fish.
Those rotten fish.
Those rotten fish. Now you see the perils that they bring to our borders and our shores. Dirty fish. Anyway, I did promise something. Gotta do it right. If you're gonna do something, you gotta do it right.
As opposed to left.
Boom! Breaking news. Captain is no longer playing Tron. Gasp on all grounds. Captain took his Tron deck to Gen Con and sold it for a tidy sum. We are not going to disclose that amount, but knowing that it was completely blinged out from top to bottom, from Karn nose to Karn toes, it had to have been a pretty sight. But
lots of pretty pennies.
Huh?
Lots of pretty pennies, probably.
Lots of pretty pennies. So many pretty pennies.
And maybe a shiny nickel.
Possibly. Maybe one of those Chase Buffalo nickels.
Yeah. Auroch.
Huh?
Auroch nickel.
Oh, an Auroch nickel. Yes. Yes, an Auroch nickel. An Electrum piece. But anyway, yes, Captain is no longer on Tron. So he is playing tonight, and the question is, what is the Captain playing if not Tron? And the answer to that is, it's Niv Mizzet. He's playing Niv, the new one. The Niv Reborn. That is the Niv that Captain is running. It's hot. It's incredibly good. It's just all two-color goodness, and I kind of want to see it. Definitely gonna see it tonight. And I think we're just gonna have a Stubbs. Sup? Are you not playing?
I was destroyed.
So?
All my walls were taken down.
No.
They took down the wall.
No, I do not believe it.
Fake
Those
news.
dirty fish, we will secure our shores.
It made it perfect that he was playing fish. I got game one in the fashion.
You did get game one. It was a fantastic game, but was unfortunate. So, You're not round robining. You're just.
We are.
Oh.
I wanted to get up and.
Oh. Okay. So who's out there, Captain Alex?
So Captain's on the Nib Mizzet deck.
Yeah, I know that.
Okay.
Yeah, he showed me. That's pretty hot. Breaking news about it. Captain's not playing Tron. It's breaking news.
Captain no longer owns Tron.
Captain no longer owns Tron, yes.
What? Did Disney buy that? Oh.
So, all foil box, pretty much.
Do what?
It's like 75% foils. In
Seven-
my spicy box.
Spicy box.
75% foils.
It was like mostly foil, wasn't it?
Yeah. There's like a stack of maybe 100 that was not foil.
Yeah, man, the hot move.
The new hotness versus the old nivness.
Maybe the dragon will be our savior to destroy those fish on our behalf. Those fish are fast. That's a lot of fast fish.
Unless some cold zombies come by and kill one.
This is so they ran a creature into a werewolf, so we have these. He's also the only werewolf minion that he did.
Oh,
the
yeah, that.
last creature update with lesser werewolf, or just wolf.
Probably one of the better werewolf arts too,
Right.
in a cartoonish way. Ish. If I'm remembering that right.
I just blame everything on 10th edition.
Okay.
I mean that was the big culling. That was the no more lords. Everything is, this is a list of creature types and magic, and no more outliers.
Right.
Except for the very specific outliers like the Nautilus. It still floors me that Nautilus is its own type and not they didn't make it a fish. Oh, let's see here, because there is a grand total of 2 Nautiluses, I believe. Oh, that was bad. What happened? Oh, really? Stop. What?
Did they get rid of it?
Oh, I know what's going on. There it is.
Oh.
Yep, a whole 2 of them. One out of Mercadian Masks. Mercadian Mask had the Chambered Nautilus, and then Theros, Born of the Gods, Journey to Nyx had the Crystalline Nautilus.
Like, make it either a fish or maybe put it under the clam or whatever the
Yeah,
oyster
I mean,
is.
I get that it's not a squid. It's a shell. It is a crustacean.
Yeah.
It's. I mean, you could have called it a snail. I think snails
That too. Yeah.
are very much a creature type.
'Cause I'm pretty sure whatever the giant oyster could have
Well,
But
that's
that-
an oyster.
Yeah, well, I'm saying it's a kind of close.
There are no snails.
Is it slug? What I'm thinking of?
There are
Yeah,
slugs,
it's got,
but those are slugs.
yeah, no, I'm just remembering some certain
Are there any
artworks.
snails? Oh, dog snail. Wow, there's only one snail.
And it's
In
out of
Magic.
a,
Oh my
yeah,
goodness! But
out of a unset.
oyster. There's one oyster, giant oyster.
Okay.
So yeah, we've got these outliers that you could have just made them crustacean, but then you fall into the problem saying, well, crabs and hominids are crustaceans. So it's like, yeah,
Well,
but if you don't, then
Well, with the Well, I'm saying with the hominids, at least you have the difference between the snake and the naga or whatever.
well, no,
Somewhat.
hominids they're the lobster people.
Yeah. What I'm saying is that's why they're different than the others. I'm getting at where
Oh,
like
like naga versus
yeah,
snake.
similar
Okay.
similar thought process there.
Yeah, I mean, there are a whopping 7 hominids in Magic.
Not that they're terribly great in most cases.
Are you saying Deep Spawn's not great?
That's in most cases.
Deep Spawn is amazing.
1 out of
Fallen
7.
Empire's greatness.
I think the only one I've ever played with is whatever that was. That Cold Snap one.
Oh, the
That one.
the Viscera Deepwalker.
That's because I also had enough of them.
He's or he's time spiral.
Oh, okay. That's what. Yeah, I had my share of both of those sets. So that's the reason why I got it. Anyway.
The Viscera Deepwalker is a hominid. Oh, I do like the Hominid Shaman though.
And also the giant oyster I had in a deck for a little while at one point, but that's just because that was early pirates.
Yeah, I mean, I think everybody has worked with the giant oyster from time to time. I mean, it's a good card. It locks them down. But yeah, I mean, Hominid Shaman's just tap a green creature. That's potent. 4 mana,
And he
yeah,
does-
it's a 2/1, but
And it's a blue to tap,
yeah,
him, not
one
tap
blue.
himself.
Yeah, 1 blue, tap target green creature. That's
You can do several if you have the mana for it.
seems good. Seems good. Then we got, and then
Peter
Dominaria brought us the Hominid Explorer. When it enters the battlefield, target player puts the top 4 cards of their library into their graveyard. Yeah, I mean, there's that, but that just means that. Let's see. Yeah, that's what there's 2 modern legal hominids. The Future Sight one and the Hominid Explorer.
Crab people.
Taste like crab, or look like crab, taste like people. Yeah, 2 whole modern legal hominids. No reprints from Fallen Empires where they were from.
They have
Sad.
so they actually have fallen. That's what you're saying.
They have fallen. They were a fallen empire. World's dumbest combo. Moon Mist and Kithian. Also works with Living Jace, yeah, but funnily not the Greens Plague Walker. Shows a cover since Nissa is an elf. Ah, okay. Moon Mist. Transform all humans. Yeah. Super combo with any of the flip walkers except for Nissa. Because they're all human. So, yeah, you can Moon Mist to flip your walker immediately. You don't have to meet their... Wow. Good catch. This is the high quality informationals that we we give to our people.
Unless you could technically do it to Nissa if you've got one of 3 cards in play to
Yeah,
change creature type.
yeah, but she's an elf on her own, so you would have to make her a human.
Yeah.
I mean, you could
But
do
that'd be
Nissa.
work, I understand.
Right.
So you need Xenomorph or Arcane Adaption or
an
Conspiracy
Amoeboid Changeling.
or that.
Wow, I pulled up the Spanish version. Cool.
But yeah.
Curatua Metamorpho.
Or there's an enchantment that makes them changeling as well, I think. Or at least, or change the type at least, probably. Or it's aura enchantment.
I don't.
Maybe.
There's equipment.
Okay.
And then there's instants.
Alright.
Like the.
But yeah, I understand this is a lot of work to get Nissa as part of
the Blades of Velasvel, up to 2 target creatures become all creature types. The Shields of Velasvel is the same way. There's a lot of changeling spells that can make them into changelings, or you can also conspiracy them and arcane adaptation, or was it
Xenomorph? Yeah.
No, it's not morph. It's xenoform.
Or maybe that. I know I have it in one of my decks.
Xenograft.
Graft, okay.
Yeah, Xenograft.
Aliens, that's why.
Yeah, Xenomorph is an alien. Yeah. Slivers.
Yeah, that's the deck it's in.
Yeah. Long John Slivers.
Along with Conspiracy.
Yep. Anyway. Yes. We've got...
Yeah, let's get the life totals back to...
Oh, I'll get there. Don't you worry.
Well, I was just noticing it.
I know. I'm not the greatest. What in the world? Where did it go? Is that like way up at the top still?
I just came up with another title for a deck I'll probably never make.
Oh yeah.
It'd be another one of those mill decks. But it does it drunkenly.
It does it what?
In a very drunken way.
Okay.
Call it It's Miller Time.
It's Miller Time. Seems good.
You just there for the title or whatever.
Really good. Am I taking crazy pills?
I'm not sure what you're looking for.
I know. That's what's maddening about it.
It's because I mentioned Smith. That's why the crazy is happening.
Oh, there it is. Bam. The Oofy Preserve. Because the preserve is still working. We had this beauty who gets eaten up by the chroma key. This little happy fellow was dropped off into the Titan Oofy Preserve, located at 4450 North Prospect Road, Peoria Heights, Illinois, Suite Charlie 6, 61616. It's out of order, but I'll fix it in post. I am rescuing Ice Age Brown Oofies. As many as I can. Somebody's gonna put a comment into the box, and I'm curious at what's gonna be. But if you would like to know how you can help the Oofy Preserve grow, expand, enlarge, embiggen, I love you, Ryan. I love you so much. Oh. Oh. expound, grow, embiggen, make larger, compound, balloon, exceed. Trying to do this without a thesaurus, it's hard.
That's the one guy's second favorite dinosaur.
Yes, it's right up there with the. You can by going through your collection, finding your Ice Age brown Newfies, dropping them in an envelope, and putting the address right there on your screen on that envelope. It'll make its way to Titan Games, care of the Oofy Preserve, 4450 North Prospect Road, Peoria Heights, Illinois, 61616. Every Oofy received will get a show off, a shout out, and my personal gratitude. I do not know who donated this particular Oofy, but I thank you nonetheless. Every Oofy is special to me, as I have made it my life side quest to help rescue and save as many of these very maltreated, lovable little fairy folk as I can. Again, I have not counted lately how many we have, or how many I have collected, but it may seem like a large number, but it is a mere drop in the bucket of the estimated 2 million brown Newfies in existence from Ice Age alone, because Ice Age is reportedly has about 500 million cards printed, and that it was a common, which means it's on the common sheet, which means that it was produced like 2.4 million times. So there's that many Oofies, and that many Oofies are suffering in the wild, except for the ones that have been collected and placed in a loving care of the Oofy Preserve. They have so many things to help them, like keep them happy, occupied, and just enjoying life. You know, they got a visit from Ms. Progenitus. You know, it was scary at first, but they're starting to accept her as one of their own. We've got Kargith, yeah, I think that's Kargith, or Karthus, giving rise along with the Savage Ventmaw. We did finally catch the fugitive fire bitch Jaya. She's currently in the stocks, and the Oofies are taking turns pelting her with rotted tomatoes. So that's something to keep an eye on. And just in case you thought she was going to be firing her way out of this situation, we've got an Oofy on hand with his trusty extinguisher. They're just keeping her moist, making sure she doesn't fire her way out. And the reason that all of these happy things are in the Oofy Preserve is because the Oofy Preserve is set up for Oofies, but it's not exclusively limited to Oofies. Any foil rare that's been donated, or foil in general, or good rare. Not every card donated can make it into the picture, but if you want to guarantee that the card will make it into the picture, you know, foil rare. And I'm not asking for foil rares to be sent in. I'm just saying that was the exception that was made for Oofies, to have other things to play with. such as the Forebear's Blade and the Companion Raptor and the Ivy Elemental and the Rites of blah, 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 and both silent submersibles. Somehow, 2 silent submersibles got donated simultaneously by 2 completely unrelated people. I found that incredibly funny, so I had to dig a lake and fill it, and and had to give them a place that they could submerge silently. And I'm just here to make them happy and keep them placated, because they've had a really rough life, and well, I'm just trying to give them a better life for as long as they would like. So that's what the Oofy Preserve is, and that's how you can help make it better, make it stronger, make it longer, make it harder, make it deep and throbbing and veiny. That's how you can do. And why it sounds like Jackie and Captain are still playing, which is interesting. I also have time to talk about our Slap for Subs program. Now, the Slap for Subs program it's very simple. We're collecting subscriptions over on the YouTube channel. That's The Zone 521. Once we reach 100 subscribers, we're currently at 73, so just a little further to go. We are absolutely going to be slapping Ben Seidel. Ben graciously, about 150 episodes ago, donated his fine, young, supple, slappable face to the cause, and I don't want to let him down. Poor guy comes up to me whenever I see him. He's like, "Hey, have anybody? Do we have 100 subscribers yet?" I'm like, "No, Ben, no, we don't." He's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I was hoping to get slapped soon." I'm like, "Ben, I'm trying. I'm really trying." And he's like, "I know you are, but I was just wanting to get slapped."
Cap on red.
Captain on red.
Alex Ho on blue.
Alex Ho on blue. Good luck with your walls. Don't let those ponies in. Those horses, those asses. They're donkeys at heart.
That would be the.
They're mules.
That would be the real show. Right there.
Don't let them across. They're filthy. They're carrying diseases. And but you can ask. That is a spot-on impression of Ben Seidel. But I want to slap him, and he wants to get slapped, but I can't do it until we get 100 subscribers over on YouTube.
Scratch that. I'm on blue.
Okay. Fantastic. We're gonna keep the Niv out of our country. He is dirty. He was once an ally, but he has spit in our face for the last time. Anyway, go to the Zone 521 on YouTube. Subscribe. If you're not a subscriber, why not? It's great. The commentary can be muted. It's good quality gameplay. Actual cards, not a digital screen. No moto bugs happening. Just randomization of paper cards. But anyway, tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell your parents, tell your pets. Subscribe to the Zone 521 on YouTube, and together we can slap the ever-loving hell out of Ben Seidel. Now, we're getting ready for round number 2. Finally, everybody's life total does go back up to 18 or 20. And we swap. Stubbs versus Captain. Captain is on
red.
it still feels weird not to put Tron.
Tron Guildmage.
The Tron Guild Mage.
Yeah.
But yeah, we seem to be doing good. Captain showing off those 20th anniversary Dragon Shield sleeves, only available at Gen Con. They're matte black. Camera friendly, says the package, so we're gonna find out just how camera friendly they are. And they got a really nice feel to them. I'm not gonna lie. I usually like the gloss and the matte, like, okay, but these were super nice. And they got that gold foil stamped Dragon Shield logo on the back, and they're really top notch. And
Makes sense for a Nivimessa deck to have dragons on it.
almost wish I would have got more than one pack, but alas, I did not. But yeah, showing off those, and it looks like we are immediately mulliganing on the captain side. So I guess happy because he's not on Tron, so I'm not seeing Tron anymore. So yeah, this is the positive spin. We're not seeing Tron anymore. At least from the captain. I'm sure some people are going to be bringing Tron, but, you know, nobody's going to get carned out and, you know, dumb combos and 1, 2, 3, I win. Oh, sorry, 1, 2, 7, I win. Yeah, this is a good day for the stream. Yeah, the retirement of Tron as we knew it. No more twinkly Tron. No more shiny Tron. No more captain's on Tron. Nope, it's a new age, and I'm happy to be a part of it. Let's see what we got now. Captain threw cards to the bottom, and we're underway. Gonna play him Forest into a Bird of Paradise.
Very foresty
Birds.
forest.
Forest into a forest bird. Stubbs gonna put down a not stomping grounds, the red-green fetch, but wooded foothills. And he's gonna go crack it for 1 to go get something that comes in a point tap. There's the Stomping Grounds. I knew it was going to be here. Stomping Grounds is a fantastic card. It taps for red and it taps for green, just not together. You must choose one or the other. That's how this works. And it counts as both a mountain and a forest. That is awesome. I approve.
1,
So anyway.
2, 7. I can count bigly.
And we are shocking in a Sacred Foundry. Sacred Foundry is another fantastic land. It's much like a Stomping Grounds, but instead of the green, it taps for white. Again, not together, just one at a time. But it's not a forest. I cannot be any more clear. It is not a forest. It is a plains.
Because we got rid of the forest preserves.
No, because the forest is on the Stomping Grounds, and we're talking about a Sacred Foundry. Into a wall of roots, and Captain, those sleeves aren't as camera friendly as they say. Dragon Shield, what are you doing? I see lots of glare. I don't even know what that card is. Yeah, that's right, Muse. Mic drop. Dragon Shield fail. Calling it here. Somebody get the professor on the phone. We gotta change their grade. Solid A. False advertising. camera friendly. I should bring that box. I'm going to prove that it says camera friendly and actually has an illustration of a camera looking down and light just bouncing off of the shield. Yeah, camera
definitely
friendly.
bouncing off those
Oh yeah, it's bouncing off the sleeves straight into the lens. Good job, Dragon Shield. Yeah, I was going to be like, oh, Dragon Shield, you're really awesome. You feel fantastic. You got an awesome 20th anniversary design. It was going to be fantastic, but no, you got to be all glare. All the glare. It's like we're not even trying anymore. Somebody link this video to Dragon Shield. Be like, what? It's like, yeah, some madman doing a poor Trump impression on a local live stream about Magic the Gathering. Called out the not so camera friendliness. I mean, look at Stubbs' side of the field. It's like, that's absolutely clear. They're probably Dragon Shields. They may be KMC. I don't know. They're not foil stamped for your 20th anniversary sleeve that you specifically call out as camera friendly. Thanks, Dragon Shield. Stream ruined. Thanks. I do love my hand turkey, though. That was a fantastic little author signature. I'm very happy with the book. The book is beautiful, but your sleeves are not camera friendly, though you called them out. I mean, look at it. You can see right there. Or rather, you can't see right there. Whew. It got real fast. Captain played something else. Can't tell from the glare from the camera-friendly Dragon Shields. Okay, I'm done. I've railed long enough. Dragon Shields, you are a fantastic shield, but I was really wondering how camera-friendly they were because I was curious myself. I saw that on the box. I was like, oh, that's really cool. Turns out, not as cool. Is that a dog?
Yeah.
There's a dog. He heard about the poor false advertisement of the Dragon Shield 20th anniversary edition sleeves, only available at Gen Con. Captain's going to tick up Renin 6, or he's going to tick down Renin 6 to poke that. Teo, no! Teo come and he tell you no.
Oh no.
Come,
So does
Mr.
Niv
Teo man. Teo me a wall. Teo.
I'm assuming that's Niv Mizzet shenanigans.
Captain casts Niv Mizzet and he gets Lightning Helix, a backup Renin 6, and possibly a Kenshin Fink. I didn't really see what that was. There was too much glare on that sleeve.
From the Red Rocket?
No.
Oh.
From just the overhead light, which is not affecting Stubbs' sleeves at all.
If anything, if it's affecting his side at all, it's just highlighting the greatness of his cars.
It really is. I mean, these are fantastic walls. They are amazing. They are huge. They're not as huge as other walls. Not like the Tree of Redemption. That is a very huge defender. But Niv can attack. And Niv's gonna be attacking Niv Mizdow. Niv Mizzet, he's reborn. He attacks in the air for 6. He gets around a lot of the walls. Looks like Stubbs is already down to 8. Not a good place to be at. Especially when you've got 2 other things that appear to be flying. Can't tell what they are. Too much glare.
There's a title for his deck. Since it's
Not you.
You said you were dropping.
I did. I say a lot of things. You're right. You're right. That's completely uncalled for. I'm gonna take a drink. And we're gonna be good.
But it says it's Niv Mizzet Reborn, and he no longer has Tron. So is it Tron Reborn?
No,
Okay.
no. That's a deck that can die and stay dead forever.
Probably the name of this deck would be Tron Reborn, because it's reborn into something greater.
But reborn into something different. Sure.
They don't have to go with that. I'm just giving you an option.
I know. And I appreciate your input. Captain versus Stubbs. And seems like Stubbs can't get a wall onto the field, but isn't really going to matter because Niv's just going to fly over anyway. We also have Ren Insects. There's the Tree of Redemption. And an Assault Formation. Seems good. It's not going to be enough to save Stubbs from the Niv onslaught, but, I mean, the tree is sick. He couldn't swap with it. Unfortunate. Captain takes game number 1, and, you know, I'm gonna call Captain Reborn. Because...
You want to forget about Tron.
Captain Reborn. You know, he reinvented himself. Today, in my heart, the captain has truly grown. And become the admiral. He's left Karn and Tron behind and expanded into better exploits,
New waters.
new waters, stepping out of his colorless comfort zone and going hard into 5-color, 2 colors at a time. And I applaud you, Captain. Today, you are truly the admiral.
Getting all 10 toesies into the water.
I'll dip them all 10 toesies. Not just the big old Karn toesy, not just the Tron toes. You know. Ooh, that is a weird foot. You know, 3 big toes and then like 2 green toes hanging off the side. That's what a Tron toe or Tron foot looks like. Just 3 massive toes and 2 green gangrenous toes dangling off the edge. That's what your feet look like, Tron players. Horrible, disgusting mutations. You should play Niv Mizzet instead of Tron. Then you can have 5 normal toes. And a dragon. No idea where I'm going with this, but it sounds good.
Because, you know, you're inviting the 10 guilds into it, and some of those guilds aren't necessarily healthy looking.
1 foot, 10 toes seems good. The rainbow of toes. That's a foot to be proud of.
Sounds like the Simic were involved.
Well, of course, Simic are involved, yeah. and the Golgari, yeah. And the Orzhov, and the and
that's
the,
why
and,
that's
and
why
the
it'd be
Boros,
10 toes because the Orzhov was involved.
and the Boros and the Azorius and the Rakdos and the Gruul and the Selesnians and that's all of them, right?
There was time.
Yeah.
There.
Yeah.
If any of them were missed for some reason,
that's because they don't exist.
Yeah, or they should speak up.
Or they can't.
Oh.
Because I know a guy who has a Demir tattoo on his arm. And
In a visible way.
whenever I see him, I constantly remind him that you are a terrible member of Demir. I get guild pride, but not Demir. Just throwing that one out there. Anyway, I wonder if Stubbs has a Marble Titan in his deck. I should ask him. I wonder if he's considered that. Marble Titan is a fantastic... Marble Titan, 4 mana, 3/3. Creatures with power 3 or greater don't untap during their untap step. So if you're getting beaten in the face with a Niv Mizzet, let's say, hypothetically, and you cast a Marble Titan, that Niv just won't untap. I said that, and those are... No, those aren't Marble Titans. I was going to say, it's like,
So
and he's got 2
similar-ish.
Marble Titans. No, I think they're Wall of Omen? Nope. Not unless it's different art. Nope. Nope. It was before that. View all. Yeah, they are Walls of Omen, I believe. Does that look like... No, that's not it.
That isn't.
They're white. I know that.
They're bound to have Defender.
Well, yeah, I mean, if they don't have Defender, what's the point? Anyway, Captain has a Scavenging Ooze, maybe? Question mark? Oh, it's an Angelic Wall? Good call. Ooh, are they? Yes, yes. Good call, very good call. Thank you, Twitch chat. You are a great patriot, helping out, helping, not colluding. It's okay. He's a good friend of mine, good person. And we've got the Wall of Roots again. It's either the Wall of Roots or the Overgrown Battlement. They are very similar in appearance, but I think that one's the Roots. And yes, it was the Angelic Wall, because you can tell clearly it's an Angelic Wall, which is probably a good idea to have that, especially when you're fighting a Niv Mizzet who's going to fly. And it looks like we are 1816. 1, 2, 3, 4. And Stubbs just doesn't have anything to cast right now. You know what he needs? He needs Idyllic Tutor, or maybe even Eladamri's Call would be a good one to have in there. That you can just fetch up which wall you want. Yeah, what was? Oh yeah, Idyllic. The Idyllic Tutor. Search your library for an enchantment, reveal it, and put it into your hand. I don't know if he plays Coco. He might. Probably not. I don't know why he won it. I'd rather see Eladamri's Call over Coco, because you want specific walls for specific jobs. You're not just wanting to drop a wall out. And the call lets you get a kill card if you have enough walls, or I'm
But how
yeah.
else is
I mean,
gonna-
I can ask him.
But the cabana, Coco Cabana.
I got you.
Okay,
I got you.
that's
What's
why.
up, Jackie?
Not much.
Are you winning?
Oh,
Oh.
the fish people like the horsies.
Those fish are a menace. They've already circumvented our nets and our walls, and now they're just killing our ponies all willy-nilly. Now these aren't those dirty mules or donkeys we're worried about keeping out. These are the horsies and ponies that are already here legally. Those dirty fish, they're not allowed to just go around willy-nilly, splishy-splashing. The Dancy says hi, Jackie.
Hi, Nancy.
Those dirty fish.
So I was thinking, because I happened to see Leyline of the Meek
Yeah.
in the case. I was
Mhm.
thinking, like, huh, maybe,
Gotta be careful with Lee Line of the Meek, because
yeah,
that's
it's like
all
if anything,
tokens.
probably just a one of, like, just
Right.
sideboard.
Right.
But that's
I-
where I'm just like, I don't know.
I
I don't know,
mean,
boss.
Sideboard for those token heavy decks you might face.
Because I mean, I create a lot of horse tokens if going good, and I create a
Right.
lot of Pegasus.
right.
So that's where I'm just like, it's a possibility, but right now because I'm focusing more on Warhammer 40k, it's like I know for a fact
Oh,
that
I'm
that's
sorry.
not gonna be.
Um,
Yeah, and I have to pick the one army that's like the most. Well, I say it's the most expensive, but that's also because they're all still in metal, and that's Sisters of Battle. So.
Oh yeah, the
Nuns with guns.
See, Warhammer 4K is a fantastic. Warhammer in general is just great because I got my parapet. And the
Yeah.
parapet, it's good set, but I put tank treads on it so I can move it around battle.
Yeah.
And I mounted a high powered laser rifle to the top of it. It costs a couple extra points, but I think it's very worth it for my mobile fortress. And
Yup.
and then I put a sail on top to help it move it a little bit faster. Again, costs a little bit more points, but it's well worth it in the end.
Couple extra 100 points, but it's okay. It's fine.
Yeah, it's gonna be fine. Most people just have like a castle, but that's dumb. My castle on tank treads with a sail on top to help it move around, and that giant laser mounted cannon. A couple extra points, but it's much worth it.
Wasn't there a movie about that recently? That didn't get too well.
Was that Avengers Endgame?
No, there's a.
Hey You Pikachu?
Nah. I'm trying to remember the name of it.
Winchester?
I was gonna say, describe it.
I'll have to.
What was it?
Trying to remember.
Was it an animated movie or was it live action?
It was live action.
Oh, okay, then never mind.
Was it the Lion King?
Who played Red Skull? I can't remember the name of the actor.
Which one?
The original one, the live action.
Oh, you're talking about Moral Instruments or Morel Engines.
Oh yeah, that's it.
I didn't send that to here. I don't think I put that up here, but Captain the Admiral has Niv down, I think. It's hard to tell because of those glare camera friendly sleeves have way too much glare on them.
Yeah.
Definitely gonna have to share this experience with the captain. I think he's gonna be
Backs are alright.
yeah, the backs are fantastic. Maybe that's what they were talking about. The backs are incredibly camera friendly.
Maybe.
It's printed on the box.
Yep.
Camera friendly sleeves.
Okay then.
Yep.
All right.
Because
then.
I have a box of those, and I was like, "Oh, that's cool. Come to see them."
What's happening?
At all.
Unless they're like super, well, even still matted ones will still give glare.
No. It's all bad. It's all bad.
It's all lies.
Every bit of it is bad. So bad.
It's not good.
Yeah, it's the opposite of good. I honestly can't tell what half of the captain's cards are. I know I'm railing hard on it, and it's mostly a gag, but there really is a ton of glare on these sleeves, as you can see, and that's
really rough.
when you specifically call something out. It's kind of a bad situation, and yeah. Anyway, looks like Niv got turned sideways, if that is Niv. And something else is up there.
Feels
He's
great.
got a token, and Stubbs is at 3.
Always feels great to Path to Exile.
I don't think that the walls are gonna get there. The Congress filibustered the wall proposal for too long, and look what happened. Niv Mizzet just strolled in and destroyed the landscape and installed the guilds, and this is not what our founding boluses had in mind when they proposed the building of this wall. Yeah, the wall's lost. That's unfortunate. Captain got there in 2, though.
I was going to make a joke and call Niv Mizzet another politician, but I couldn't think of anything, so whatever, it's fine.
That's okay. That's okay. I mean, it's not like he's not Chromat. That's Bob Dole. It is. Because Chromat refers to Chromat 5 times on his card.
Oh, good gravy.
Chromat's here to save the day. Chromat's going to win this election. Chromat's going to destroy target blocking creature blocked by Chromat. Chromat gains flying until end of turn. Chromat. Regenerate Chromat. Chromat gets +1/+1 till end of turn. Chromat. Put Chromat on top of its owner's library. Chromat.
If he gets dirty, Chromat goes to the Chromat.
Chromat. Hey, Chromat. How you doing, Chromat? Not too bad, Chromat. How you doing, Chromat? All pretty good, Chromat. Thanks for checking, Chromat. Okay, I gotta look at this art a little closer. Save.
So this is like a hodgepodge of everything.
I know. I thought it was like around, but it looks like his head is decapitated. It's not sitting right with me. Okay. Apocalypse Chromat. Alright. Yeah, look at that. It's like a caterpillar.
Yeah.
But it doesn't swirl around.
Actually
This head segment is just floating.
It goes white right there. There's white in the back.
Is that white?
Yeah. Yeah, so it's kind of like a curves to the right.
That is super thin.
Yeah.
My favorite streamer's in here.
What's up, Jake?
It's actually.
Oh, I'm sorry, I did that wrong. What's up, Holmes?
Oh my god.
it's
You
actually,
wouldn't believe how many of my students I have to tell they can't say that. They can't call me that.
Why not?
It's not professional.
But I think it's a little bit whiter than.
What about?
The
What's up, Mr. Holmes?
That's okay.
We're just looking at Chromat, and he's got a white stripe down the back of his.
Yeah, but if you look right here, that's like the back of his.
Yeah,
well.
I see that it's the back, but it's weird that
so whiter just has the yellowish.
It doesn't. It's not curving the way it's supposed to be curving.
Yeah, it looks like he's giving himself some like awkward neck.
Yeah.
I'm assuming you've had Trump on camera the whole night then.
It's turned out that way so far, yes. Unfortunately, we weren't able to build a wall long enough or deep enough to stop the fish from invading. So now we've got filthy fish people everywhere. And unfortunately, Congress stalled the wall proposal long enough that now we have Chromat just installing guilds all willy-nilly. Or not Chromat, Niv Mizzet.
Yeah.
He is the niviest Mizzet who's ever Mizzeted.
Fish.
Different match. There's been 2 matchups.
Yes, there have been 2 matches, and unfortunately the wall has been ineffective in all of them.
So you played against Merfolk, and you played against
Niv Mizzet.
5-color Niv Mizzet?
Yeah.
5-color Niv Mizzet.
The
That's what I
Reborn.
thought.
Because it's breaking news. The captain sold Tron.
No.
Yeah. He
guess
sold
he
it
was
at Gen Con.
He was looking at selling it once he finished foiling it out.
Yep.
He still has non-foil version of it, I'm sure.
If he kept that.
Probably.
I mean, I would assume he did, but, yeah. Yeah. Captain sold Tron. We shed a tear until we realized that, we grew as a community because now there's no Tron. So
Time for me to bring my Tron back.
no, come on, Holmes. Why you gotta be that way?
No, you got to combine Tron with Hogak.
Hogak Tron.
Of the many decks that you can forcibly shove Hogak into, that's not one.
I bet it is. I bet it could be done.
Not effectively.
You think that? You think that?
Hogak is the most broken card to be printed into Modern in years. But it's not that easy to put into play.
Yeah, he is.
You don't play colored creatures or colored spells almost at all in Tron.
Well, that's just narrow-mindedness. You're thinking like a Tron player. You got to go outside the Tron.
But why would you play other worse cards in the deck than you like? Why would you, instead of playing turn 3 Karn?
Oh yeah. Without a doubt, Danzy, Hogak's only got 2 weeks to live, but he's getting banned.
I don't know if he'll be banned.
Oh, yeah, he
quite,
will.
No, quite yet. I think they might push it.
No, this is when they announced there was no emergency bannings happening. That was their cue. That it's like, hey, we're not going to ban Hogak until the next BNR. Go ahead and play him until then.
The big question is,
Well, I know.
are they banning faithless looting?
I mean, I'm in favor of that, but
Because that's the...
But
that is
no,
the
probably not.
Most format impacting discussion of bannings on the table. Hands down.
faithless looting is good, but
Faithless looting being in the format or not being in the format is much more impactful than Hogak.
no.
Yes.
I'm gonna nope that one right
I'm
now.
not saying that Hogak is not a better card on average. It's significantly a better card.
Faithless looting has been around for long enough, and it has proven not to be format warping.
It has only gotten better. I'm not certain of
Right.
my opinion on whether or not it should be banned. I don't know.
I don't think so. I think that it's only strong because of the enablers around it. And
I
if
think
you
think about it the wrong way around.
no,
I think that it pushes graveyard stuff to an extreme level rather than the other way around.
I mean, it absolutely assists graveyard decks. There's no doubt about
Right.
that. But it itself, the Faithless Looting becomes very neutered in the face of any Graveyard Hate card. Not so much.
Not really. Like, it's
What do you
still
mean not really?
because when they get a Graveyard Hate card, you can then draw 2 and discard any of the cards that are now screwed by the Graveyard Hate card.
Okay.
I'm saying Faithless Looting on average in Modern is a 1 mana, draw 3, end of its text. On average. At sorcery speed, flashback.
It's
I'm saying
strong.
that's what it does on average.
It's strong.
I'm saying that's effectively.
I'm not saying it's ban worthy.
I don't know if it is.
It's definitely in the discussion. It's right up there with Mox Opal and what was the other card that's hot?
Ancient Stirrings.
Ancient Stirrings, yeah.
It's
definitely in the same category, but it's not.
I think it is more currently ban worthy than either of those two. Just because neither of those are doing anything crazy right now. Like, if you were going to ban Mox Opal, why not ban it when Infinity was above and beyond the best deck in the entire format?
And because Affinity still had so many like hate cards that were if you were playing right and read the meta correctly and you knew you were going up against Affinity, there are ways to slow Affinity to a crawl. There's not a whole lot of ways to slow Hogak to a crawl.
Oh, I think Hogak should be banned.
Yeah, and I'm just saying, it's like, without that format warping card, Faithless Looting is just a strong enabler. But if you ban Faithless Looting, a third of the more fair Modern decks just stop being.
What more fair Modern
Well, I mean,
decks? I'm just saying.
I know, and I am like the worst person to argue for or against the banning of a card, but I don't see Faithless Looting as an evil. No. I see it as a very strong card.
Right.
It's right up there with the Assassin's Trophy and Fatal Push. I think those are very strong cards.
Yes.
But
I think that it's quite possible.
Oh my God, the wall is up. We've built the wall.
Oh
Don't you tell me to pay attention. I'm always watching. I was making sure you were watching.
Good enough.
I can't tell what any of the creatures on the table are.
There are a lot of ponies.
Can you please not do the voice?
Dirty mules. Don't like the voice.
I don't.
I'm sorry.
I see an assault formation and a wall of roots.
Ooh, maybe a different president could have built this wall.
Wall of blossoms?
Now, let me be clear. This is a wall that will defend our borders from any invading force. It is strong.
What are the two
It
on
is
the end?
durable.
The tapped ones?
And it will be able to resist any
I can't
headwinds
remember which ones.
that will be coming our way.
What are the bottom ones?
Which ones?
The bottom creatures?
On the wall side?
Bottom creatures.
Those two?
Battlements. Overgrown battlements. They tap for green equal to the number of defenders you have.
Oh, that's a lot of mana.
Yeah, it is. And then a couple wall of roots, wall of blossoms.
What does his giant D20?
I'm guessing that's a tree of redemption that swapped his life totals.
Okay.
He's at what now?
He is at 10,
Okay.
and the wall is at 16. Oh my God.
You okay?
There you go.
They're not real. They're not real. It's okay. False alarm. They're not real. They were never here.
Okay.
Just like last Thursday.
Huh?
Just like last week.
Yeah, just like last week. They got eaten.
Is that a tribal horses deck?
Sorta. It's horses, Pegasuses, and unicorns. It's her My Little Pony deck.
Okay.
I keep telling her that she should just cut the unicorns
Okay.
and focus on Pegasisters and Horsies. Because the unicorns are muddying things up and not bringing really anything to the table.
They don't bring any synergies.
Right. Pegasuses can do fine on their own, and Horsies have a lot of benefits on horses. And just horses
lot might be a stretch.
Well, no, there's a lot of good horse energies. I mean, it's mostly white. I think it's white green, so you can do diamond mare for white. You get like the horse life wart there, and then you get the crusted sun mare to make all your horsies indestructible. And
what I thought you meant by that was that there were a lot of horse tribal synergies.
No,
And I'm like,
no.
there's
No,
one.
No, the Horsies build on the Horsies, and the Pegasisters build on the Pegasisters.
Okay.
I don't want her to cut the Pegasuses because they're her air force. The Horsies don't really fly, so she's got to have.
Horses typically don't fly.
No. I mean that's the job of the Pegasus. So
If it starts to fly, it usually has wings and becomes a Pegasus.
exactly, which is why I think that she should keep the Pegasisters and the Horsies. I don't think the unicorns are doing a whole lot, and I think that if she removes the unicorns, that she can bolster her Horsies and her Horsies and her Pegasisters, or or just put in more white/green removal cards to enable the Horsies and the flying Horsies.
Path to Exiles in there?
She might. I don't know.
I think she.
You're
might,
asking like I watched these games.
I'm pretty sure you said multiple times, I watch all of these games. I was only making sure that you were watching. I always am watching.
Oh yeah, I'm always watching. Absolutely. Anyway, I think that the walls got there this time.
Well, is that something we really want?
That the walls to get there?
Trump to get there.
Why not?
There's no blue. How is it truly America if there's no blue?
No. Jeskai is not building this wall. I want to be clear. We're making the Naya build this wall. It's red, it's white, and it's green. To make sure you understand that we're keeping the Naya out.
So it's the colors of the flag of
Naya, yes.
Colombia?
Naya. We prefer to call them Naya.
Let's see.
Which is weird because there's an eagle on the flag, and I don't think Naya has an eagle. Maybe they want to fly like eagles. Then they'd get over the wall.
Just like Niv Mizzet.
Just like Niv Mizzet.
Or
Dang that Azoria Senate and their persistent petitioners keeping the wall from being built. Hey, there's a Rattata. I'm going to get you, Rattata. Come here.
or you go the Game of Thrones route. And then the
Hungary.
dragon.
Hungary is just a red, white, green stripe.
Yes, they're very hungry to get in. That's the point.
Italy is just turned sideways.
Tapped.
Well, we haven't really trusted the Italians for a while now.
Iran is just the Hungary flag, but flipped upside down and has a symbol in the middle.
But they ran so far away and away from the wall.
Like a flock of seagulls.
Yes.
Kuwait has the Iran flag, but without the symbol in the middle, and just a random black trapezoid.
Kuwait is very fantastic. He gives all of your first strikers double strike. I am a fan of Kuwait.
Huh?
Kuwait, Kalemni Hero. He's from Dominaria. Gives all of your first strikers double strike. He himself has double strike. He's a good friend.
Check real quick how close you currently are with the name.
You'll find that I'm very close. When Ryan giggles, that means I'm close. He is the master of the slant reference.
I tried to swipe strike, and it autocorrected to terrible as you were saying that.
Anyway, we also know that a certain guy's tweets are always 100% spell checked.
Make sure you follow the real Gold Ducat on Twitter. He is keeping the Cardassian Empire great. That's the real Gold Ducat on Twitter.
I think I've seen that image.
It's a fantastic account, too.
That too, yeah. Or the image of him being...
So, if you were interested in how close the name is to what you actually said...
Kuwait, yes, I'm aware.
Quende.
No, Kuwait. I know what I said.
What happened to the N?
We don't use that word around here.
N is a letter.
It's just safe not to use any N-words. I'm not for sure which one is the bad one, so if we just don't use any of them, we should be fine.
Just, make sure...
More
that
angelic walls and a battlement, and, ooh, there is a wall of blossoms. That's going to draw him a card.
What does Angelic Wall do?
Angelic Wall is an 0/4 flyer for 2 mana.
Okay.
I almost thought you were going to say it was something slightly different there. I thought you were going to say it was an O-fee.
An O-fee?
Yeah.
No, that's what the preserve is for. Speaking of, we got another one.
But only the brown ones.
Well, yeah. I don't want to be called a racist. I am saving the brown ones.
And keeping them in a preserve.
No, a safe haven away from harm and ridicule, where they can be whoever they want to be.
Are they allowed to leave?
Eventually.
Is that before them leaving via dying? Back to the game.
Hey, look, the wall is being built. Oh, he's got 2 of those guys. Those are powerful. Those were the
They tap for them and 2? 1 in a red?
you tap 1 in a red to deal damage to any target equal to the number of defenders you have. Oh my god. I went so far. Oh yeah, we talked about Omrids.
One of my friends is building the Jeskai Wall Commander,
Sentinel.
but he is putting in every single enchantment that taxes attacking there are.
He's building what?
The Jeskai Wall Commander.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And it's America. We're building the wall, and you're paying for it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, one of our friends wants to go meme with that too, and cast all of these steel effects to take all of the mana rocks. So you're paying for the wall.
I hope that my friend gets a good proxy for their moat.
I've got a good moat proxy. I've got a really good moat proxy. I'd like to have an actual moat.
I mean,
that would be awesome.
A root beer moat?
My other friend does have a English LP moat that he plays with.
An LP moat. I like that.
I mean, you're not
How
finding
LP
tons of...
is it?
He's not going to get rid of it.
I mean, I'm not asking to get
know.
I don't want his moat.
I haven't
I'm not buying
it
a beer.
I haven't seen it in almost a year.
Okay.
And it's in Oklahoma.
Oh. Hey! Poltrox is in Oklahoma. There is a guy in Oklahoma, Poltrox, that knows Jake Holmes that has a moat. You guys should hook up, be friends. You could be moat buddies. He can tell you about his moat, and you can tell him about how you got 2 Carns in your pre-con. And I smell a fast friendship.
I witnessed somebody the other day pull Urza, foil Urza.
That's hot. The only time I ever gotten
But he was
that
sad because
lucky?
because his other friend had, a couple days before, opened Renin 6 foil Renin 6.
My God. The only time I've ever
which
gotten that is...
exponentially rarer.
No, it's the same rarity. They're both mythics.
Planeswalkers are printed at a effective higher rarity than the rest of the mythics in the set.
Whatever. The only thing I've pulled was a Marshall coup, foil Marshall coup. Winning. Boom.
Seems slightly less good than Urza, foil Urza.
Which was funny because it was in a fat pack and I got a 3rd Marshall coup out of that fat pack, so I was swimming in coup.
Kachoo.
Achu.
Bye, Jake! Always good to see Jake. I miss the guy. He had to go take a closer look at the wall. It is a fantastic wall. It is a wall ordained by God because it is mostly angelic walls. I would do Bush Jr., but I don't think I've got him down. I've never really had to.
Does he speak?
He does poorly.
Lately, I should say.
Well, no. I mean, he doesn't have a reason to.
Oh, okay.
Bush Jr., not Senior. Okay. I mean, the last thing Senior said was, "Arr!" But what? Something about Save Martha. I don't know.
Or Mardu.
Okay, so looks like the walls got there. Nope, he's just laying out. Nope, scoop up and putting back in.
Huh. Maybe. It was a 13 versus 18 initially.
He may have just. And we are unboarding, so yeah. Stubbs got there. The Walls won. I knew that they would win. They got off to a slow start, but they finished strong like any good wall. In the beginning, people can just walk over it and, take a giant step and maybe do that maneuver where you throw one leg over and then kind of hop the rest of the way. But eventually the wall became tall enough to even keep out horsies who are very good at jumping. I've seen them at equestrian events. Yeah, I'm done. Okay, so Jackie B. Stubbs, and Stubbs got there in 2. Okay, 3 matches, round 1. There he is, the champion, the man of the people, the man of the land. He is keeping our borders safe from everything except merfolk and dragons.
The fishy people fly under it, go under it. The dragons fly over it.
We didn't build the wall deep enough.
No, we didn't.
We need to put a net on the wall to keep the fish off our shores. And the dragons, well, there was nothing we can do about the dragons. Do you run Marble Titan in there by chance? You should think about Marble Titan.
Probably.
He's awesome. It's like a meek stone that's modern legal and costs 4 mana, is white and can be bolted, but it's just like a meek stone otherwise. Anyway,
Oh god, it's modern legal.
huh?
He is modernly.
He is modern. He was an 8th edition. I wouldn't tell you to run him if you couldn't run him.
I mean, you are the thesaurus. Ooh, I can get a Tempest Japanese one for like $6.
Oh, last time I checked him, he was like 3. So
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Oh no.
Well,
I mean,
walls they're a thing now. So of course, Marble Titan.
I'm making them a thing.
All right, 3 rounds, 3 really good rounds. You know, rip Tron, but he was reborn as Niv Mizzix. So good on that. Grats to the Admiral for picking up a new deck, and
I got 1 win on stream and 2 losses.
yeah, but you ended strong. Your wall was massive. It was huge.
Did you see me like doing this a bunch? You gotta talk like this.
Anyway,
Use your hands.
I've missed
I know.
Thursdays. I'm glad to be back. Titan feels like a second home beyond my first home, which is beyond my first home. It's one of my favorite places to go on Thursday. The other one being here, I guess. I don't know where I'm going with that.
Yeah.
Anyway, 3 good matches. We got to see the Dirty Fish folk swim upstream, and Alex definitely embracing that Aether Vial as hard as he can. I knew he couldn't stay away from it long. It was just a matter of time before he was like,
His precious.
withdrawal symptoms got to be too much, and he had to play with an Aether Vial deck again. So,
Yeah.
and then we saw Captain's brand new deck. The Admiral bringing Niv Mizzet to the board and dropping guilds.
That
Dropping guilds.
That was definitely interesting to play against.
And then we saw the Walls actually pull off a victory over the Horsies.
Wall's got 1 more shot next Tuesday, and I'll probably build something real.
Seems
Something
legit.
real.
Seems good.
Okay.
Anyway, that's gonna do us.
The Gruul deck I've been rocking is gonna come back.
Ryan, do you have anything to say before we get out?
Not this time.
Jackie, anything to say before we get out? Awesome.
Yeah.
I've been Evil Bob, your resident head in a box, reminding you that however you choose to live your life, I approve. Have a good night. Have a great weekend, and I'll be back on Tuesday. Bye-bye.
Bye.